Okay, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and demo how to draw letters using the 1 point perspective alternative technique. And so the first thing you want to do is create your cube. So you're using one rectangle or one square. We're adding 3 rays, one vertical line, and then one horizontal line. Okay, so this is the technique. I demoed these two in class, and then I went ahead and I used these as examples, but I want to show you guys the process before we get here. So the first thing you want to do is you draw your cube or your rectangular prism. Then what you can do, and what I often do, is I split up the cube to provide enough room for both of my letters. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and write in the middle. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing right at the top. I'm lining this up as best as I can, so then right in the middle. Then I'm going to go ahead and line up my ruler to the top and into both of these lines, and there it is. Now that I've split my cube into 2 sections, I can put 2 letters. And so if you split it up into multiple sections, you can add multiple letters, right? And so from here, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to make the word of, so O-F, of. Because we are going to be creating these in the block style, the O right here, we're going to keep the majority of its form. All we're going to do is draw the little space inside. I freehand, and then I go in and I clean up my lines with a ruler. Okay, so right here, right there. So there's my O, and then now I'm going to go ahead and draw my F. The F, I think I'm going to want like this, and then like that. Okay, so then here I'm going to go ahead, line up my ruler to the top, then right here. Okay, it's a little bit more out this way. Then from here we have this one, and that one. And now that we've created our letter, we're going to go ahead and erase this portion here and this bottom portion here because we've just carved into it, so those no longer exist. It's just our letter F. And so that's the same thing that we're seeing here, right? We had our original cube or rectangle, we split it in half, we drew the outline of our letters, and then we erased the portions of the lines that should no longer exist here. Now what we do from here is we follow the rest of the steps in the technique. So now we're going in and we're adding rays, and the rays might be 3, they might be less, they might be more. And so we always go from the corner. This is a corner right here. So corner, there's a ray. Right here, there would be a ray right here, but we don't see it, right? It crosses over the E. There would be another one right here, but it crosses over the E, so we don't see it again. This one we wouldn't technically see. The ones we would see are in these areas here, and it would be this one here and this one here. We wouldn't draw the others because they would overlap, and then they're drawn on top of the letter B, and we don't want to see that overlap. So we're going to go ahead and we just draw it like that. Okay. If we were to look at the letter E and we're adding our rays, well, there's a corner here. So corner 2, vanishing point, right here, corner 2, vanishing point, corner 2, vanishing point, corner 2, vanishing point. We also have a corner here and here. So this is a corner, and then that's a corner, right? And so then now that we have all our rays, the next thing is our vertical lines. So first vertical, I see one right here. So our next vertical is going to go here, our next one right there. Okay, vertical line. Now that we have our vertical line, we go in, now our horizontal. There's one here, whatever's in the front, we should see in the back. So right there. Boom. And so now we're seeing this side here and this side here. And we're seeing this side here and this side here, okay? But that's not the end of it. We actually also should be seeing a side here. And so vertical line, we wouldn't add a vertical, it would be the wrong direction. So we skip the vertical, horizontal, there's a horizontal here, so there should actually be another horizontal about here. And then if we wanted, we can also cut it over here. There's no more verticals, but there is a diagonal slightly here. So that would be a diagonal. And then another horizontal, right? This is a horizontal, so we would technically see another horizontal right there. And then we wouldn't see then these back lines. And that's our letter B. For our letter E, if we were to go in, we now have our rays, right? We need our vertical line. We know for a fact that there should be a vertical line here. Over here we wouldn't see it, but this is vertical, so there it is. Vertical, there should be another one back there. And so we should be able to then see this side here, as well as this side here. Then we go horizontal line, right here. Right, this is a horizontal line, so this is also a horizontal line. Then down here, I'm just gonna line it up there. So there's that horizontal line. Right, now that we have those horizontal lines, we're gonna go ahead, double check, do we need another vertical? Turns out we do. There's a vertical here, here, and here, so I'm gonna close that one up. I'm gonna close this one up. And I'm going to go ahead and close this one up here. So now we see this side, and this side. And then one more horizontal line. So the next horizontal line should go somewhere right here. This would be a ray for this corner, which I missed earlier. So this is what we see there. And so we technically wouldn't see those lines anymore. And so there is our B. Okay. Over here, we have our letters. We need our rays. So ray right here from the vanishing point to the corner. Here's a ray. Right here, vanishing point to a corner. Vanishing point to the corner right there. Okay, now that we have our vanishing points, our vertical lines are now needed. Here's a vertical line. So now we see this side here. After our vertical line, we need a horizontal. So horizontal's here, right? Looking again, we don't see any more verticals, but we definitely do need some more horizontals. So there should be another one right here and another one right there. So this one we would see, then we would see the top there. And there's how we would tackle that one. The S is a little bit more complex sometimes, so we're gonna go ahead and tackle this one. So we have our S, we're going in with our rays. So this corner, we see one, right? This corner already has one. This is a corner, this also has a ray. This is a corner, this also has a ray. This is a corner, also has a ray. This is a corner, also has a ray. Okay, this one up here is a corner, also has a ray. Okay, the O, similar to this one, has a ray right here. The other rays would overlap with the letter O, so we don't draw those. Now that we have our rays, we need our vertical lines. So we're going to start from this way over here. So this is going to be vertical line 1. This is the second vertical line. And take a look at that, you guys. I actually missed this ray right here. So there's that. So now vertical line and vertical line. So now we see this side. You see this side. Okay. After our vertical, we need a horizontal. So horizontal, I see right here we need. Okay. Are we done? No, because we still have a few rays that are needing to be closed by either a vertical or a horizontal line. So now we already did our horizontal. So what's the next one? We're going to check for another vertical. Boom, here's another vertical here. there's actually another vertical right there. So we end up seeing this side here and this side here. Okay, vertical for over here, we see this vertical line. So whatever we see in the front, we should see in the back. There it is. And after our vertical lines, one more horizontal. And so here that one is. So right there. This is gonna go right there. This is right there. So those are all the horizontal lines. So that's how we start creating our block letters. Thank you. Go ahead and try a few on your own.